Maybe it's simply because 1, y'all show up with no edges and damaged hair. 2, 4C hair is difficult to deal with no matter how hard y'all try to deflect. And 3, your bald head looks shinier than that dry patch on top of your scalp. Let me go ahead and say what your stylist wishes they could without getting canceled. Maybe the issue isn't discrimination. Maybe it's just dehydration of the scalp and the self-awareness. We're talking broken combs, broken delusions, and edges so gone they filed a missing persons report. Buckle up, baby, because we're not sugarcoating nothing. This is unapologetic exotical content, where we detangle lies, not curls. These models roll in with thin, balding, brittle hair, like a bundle graveyard, and then claim discrimination. Well, call me a follicle phobe, because you couldn't pay me to style hair that's been through a 3-year breakup with moisture and still hasn't healed. Don't blame the stylist, blame your split ends and spiritual warfare with your own scalp. Explain this to me then. If the hairstylists don't know how to do your hair, why don't you know how to do it? Y'all scream it's hard, it takes too long, and next thing you know, you're in a lace front witness protection program, hiding damaged hair under something you call protective, when really, it's just a fabric alibi for follicular failure. So the stylist doesn't know how to style it, you don't either, and now it's society's fault. Got it. Who does know how to style it then? Your imaginary bestie with magical fingers. Everybody's under protection like they just testified against humidity in a federal case. Either that or you're bald. Are you being forced to do this? So why blame the stylist for treating your hair like you do? By covering it or cutting it off? Let's talk numbers. Over 70% of Black women wear weaves, wigs, or extensions. That's not hate, it's data. And when you look at runway models, about 80% of dark-skinned models are either bald or wearing something glued tighter than their trust issues. And why do they do that? Because stylists and designers don't view them as women to enhance, they view them as props to display. It's not about beauty, it's about aesthetic novelty. Dark skin and a bald head isn't seen as sexy, it's seen as sculptural. That's why you'll hear, she's so striking, so powerful, so artistic, but not, she fine as hell. It's giving art gallery, not girlfriend. There's a psychological split. These women are admired but not desired. They're viewed like abstract paintings, intriguing to look at, but not something people want in their home. Let's take it a step further. Shiny, healthy-looking hair is attractive because of evolutionary biology. It signals youth, vitality, fertility. Dull, dry, patchy hair, subconsciously associated with poor health or hormonal imbalance. It's not shade, it's science. That's why people pay top dollar for oils, glossers, and sheen sprays. It's why natural curls that glisten get praise, but matted cotton balls don't. Tyra Banks been pulling her hair into the air for 20 years because even she knows that nest ain't it. Yaya had extensions, sure, but the stylist had something to work with. You can't build a house with splinters and denial. Braids don't look good without edges, period. And they make the little you do have packed their bags and dip. Here's the truth. Some of you are not mad at the stylist. You're mad at your hair. And instead of saying that out loud, you redirect that anger like your shrink told you to try deflection therapy. But facts don't flinch. Everyone doesn't have everything. Some women got the face but not the follicles. Some got the hair but not the face. And then some of us got it all. Face card, hair card, DNA deck stacked like spades in heaven. That's not arrogance, it's acknowledgement. And instead of being mad, be honest. Because this need to be lied to have people fake praise what you know is struggle, that's not confidence, that's cosplay. Some models have said the bald aesthetic makes them feel erased, not elevated. I felt dehumanized, one said, like I was just part of the theme, not a person. You're not the statement, you're the accessory. And the gag is, they don't want actual attractive women. Because stunning and attractive distracts. Stunning attractiveness steals the show. That's why when Rihanna walks in, nobody remembers the dress. When Lori Harvey models, it's her we're looking at, not the hemline. That's why certain women aren't chosen, to keep the audience focused on the clothes and not caught up in the curve of a cheekbone or the bounce of a curl. Let's wrap it with this. Stop blaming the potter when it's the pot that's cracked. It's not always systemic oppression. Sometimes it's split ends and a bad attitude. You are not owed beauty, you are not owed admiration, and you are not entitled to group praise just because you shouted loud enough. Some of y'all are not struggling with your looks, you're struggling with reality, and not being able to accept the truth doesn't make you brave, it makes you breakable, because reality doesn't need your permission to exist, and delusion doesn't protect you, it prolongs your pain. May those with it walk in their truth, and may those without it learn to be okay with the place they were given, even if it's last place. Because self-worth isn't about being on top, it's about being rooted. And if your confidence collapses every time someone says the truth out loud, you were never confident to begin with. Let this marinate deep in your scalp like the conditioner you should have used. Not everyone has everything. Some got the face, some got the follicles, and some got feelings they project onto every mirror they pass. But we don't rewrite reality over here. We read it loud, proud, and root deep. So stop blaming the stylist for doing what you already did to your hair, hiding it. And if the truth stings, good, that's growth. Follow for more unapologetic exotical content, where the only thing protected is the truth, not the style.